والتركيز والبحث.
What up? Welcome to the ACS Universe Daily. I wanted to apologize first of all for missing yesterday's show. Something came up last minute, so I had to push it to today. But it's not like there's a shortage of shit to still talk about. It's been normal Monday shows lately, haven't been that much going on pretty much, but there's a lot. A couple trailers to watch. Matter of fact, more than a couple. There's a few trailers that we're probably gonna watch today. And without further ado, I'm gonna bring on become my Monday co-host. You know what I'm saying? Bring Sean and Nerd Coast. Nerd, what's good, bro?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Doing good. How you doing, man?
Better than I deserve. Better than
you deserve. All right, man. Hey, look, it's a lot.
There's a lot out there.
Rings of Power, some new Lord of the Rings stuff out there. House of the Dragon. You see my shirt? That's we'll watch that toward the end. We're gonna say the House of the Dragon.
Yeah, we'll save that.
And I hadn't seen either one of those yet. And then I did watch the Megalopolis. If we get time, we'll check that trailer out too. That I saw that dropped early this morning. I was like, oh, they gave us a teaser last week, and then obviously they dropped what they did today.
Yeah, it seems like to be like the week of the trailers so far. I mean,
it has. The wife's in the house. Ruthie was good. We are doing well. Appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate it as always. And like I said, apologies again yesterday. Just last minute, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to push this. So, and I didn't want to stress out too much, so I just went ahead and did it before it got too sort of too much of like me thinking about it too much, pushing it back. Because when we have to move a show, man, it's rough. You're like, oh man, I don't want to do it. Let me just do it instead of sitting here thinking about it until the show's like 20 minutes late, and then you're moving it, and then it's like, okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah, hey man, life happens, right?
It does. And whenever when you're scheduled to go live and you're about to start this, it's really like, yo, no, I have to do it. I have to no matter what, I have to, yeah. And it's like, really, just go ahead and reschedule and take care of your business and stuff like that. So that's what happened. But like I said, there's a lot to talk about. And real quick, we are going to get into we're gonna start off with this Lord of the Rings, Rings of the Power trailer now. What'd you think, man? Did you watch the first season of Rings of Power?
So I did. It's been a minute, but I watched it when it came out. I mean, I like the whole fantasy world, Lord of the Rings universe, so to speak. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there who don't necessarily care for it. That's fine. Whatever your taste is. So, I mean, I was looking forward to seeing what they were going to bring for season 2. And in my opinion, the trailer didn't disappoint. The trailer was I'm not gonna spoil it for you if you haven't seen it. It sounds like you haven't seen it. So
remember I said I hadn't seen. So we're gonna watch it in a second. The first look, I'm a Lord of the Rings fan.
And my reference is only the movies. I haven't read the books.
Me too. I haven't read the books as well. So that's my experience as well. And it's like I remember There's this movie theater that was really close, and it was the first one. And this is when Return of the King came out. So Return of the King, it's like it's been a long time, but it's the first movie that I went to where they had a bar in the back and they served alcohol. And I took my mom to see like Return of the King because she was a fan. My mom's read the books and shit, so I didn't, but we went and saw it. The movies were fire. I mean, obviously, when it came to like the Hobbit, there's some things in there that there's some things in the Hobbit trilogy that the original Lord of the Rings trilogy has zero flaws in my opinion. There's some flaws there. And then when it came to this, I was excited for it. But I'll tell you, the first season of the Rings of Power, there's a lot of points in there where I was kind of bored with what was going on and things of that nature. And that's kind of odd because when you're talking about like the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, those even when I rewatched them to this date, the extended 4 or 5 hour cuts, I'm like glued into that the entire time. So,
and those are the only versions I've seen. I've never seen the theatrical of the Lord of the Rings trilogy or the Hobbit trilogy. I went right to the extended,
yeah,
because I never saw them in theaters. I mean, I came into this world very, very late. I mean, very late. So I mean, I enjoy the first trilogy. Yeah, I would agree with you. The Hobbit trilogy, there is some, but I mean, I think some like the battles and things like that, I find that type of stuff great.
Oh, that shit is fire. Yeah,
I mean, season 1. While I enjoyed season 1, I mean, there are definitely those high and low points.
There was.
So
but at the same time, I was still like, it was pretty dope. I mean, they put enough money into it, and you could see that because the show it looked fucking. That's the best. It's probably between sort of Game of Thrones at the end of its the original run.
Yeah,
as far as being like the best looking series I've ever seen. But yes, those are. You could tell that the money that they spent on what the show looked like was worth it. So let's take a look, man. Let's jump into this trailer real quick. Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. Let me make sure I got this thing up. Let me know if you can hear it when this thing comes on. Let's get it.
Yep, I can hear it.
All right.
An evil, ancient and powerful has returned.
Oh shit.
Prepare yourselves.
Okay.
He worms his way inside your mind. The crest of him slithers in.
I think he has been here. I think he's been here among us all along.
Oh shit, that's close.
Yeah.
Every soul in Middle-earth is in peril.
Hey.
He's so long.
Okay, let's go.
Yep.
Yo,
I told you you weren't going to be disappointed.
Oh, dude, that shit's fire, man. Holy shit. Right now. Yeah, no, that's dope, man.
Especially that final 5 seconds, he's soaring. And then,
he is soaring, and you see just a tad bit of the powers there, just a tad bit of the powers. It straight looks amazing. Yeah, that was dope, man. That was dope. And like I said, it dropped. I was at work today, and so like I probably could have watched it. I was like, I'll wait and watch. But like I said, like the first season, there were some points in there, you know what I'm saying, where like my attention was okay. Let's sort of. But by the end of the first season, I do remember that last episode being fantastic, and sort of seeing that back and forth between Sauron and I can't remember her name in the show.
It's been a minute since I've watched it.
So. Yeah. But I do remember when they sort of found out who both of them were, at that point that I was like, oh shit, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
no, that was dope though. That was dope. In August, that's not far at all.
Yeah, that's coming in pretty quick on the back end of some other shows that are coming out this year.
Yeah. So I would say that holy shit, that's probably we might get one more trailer because that's the first thing we've seen from season 2, period. And with it coming so close, we probably won't get. Well, we'll get one more. I hope they only give us one more. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I think we might get like a 30-second, maybe like a quick, hey, coming in like 2 weeks or something, maybe.
Yeah, because they call this one a teaser, and I'm like, yo, that's a teaser.
Yeah,
that was pretty lengthy, man. That was pretty. So, no, I don't know. I think either we'll get something like what you just said, or they'll give us like an official trailer.
Yeah.
But of course, I mean, if you consider the House of the Dragon, they dropped their first of what they call their official trailer today, and the series opens like a month from today. So maybe we might get something along those lines.
Yeah, and this comes out in August. So that still gives us 2.5 months. So we might see something even a little bit better. You know, I don't want to say better, but more a bit extended. Come like maybe mid-July.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this.
I mean, I'm Comic-Con. Maybe they'll probably have a Comic-Con. Yeah, they'll probably have a Comic-Con panel.
Point. Yeah.
I want to bring this up real quick. Like on their website, they put out the first poster. There's a let's see. No, that's the one we just watched. There is a behind the scenes that they have on here. There's more to see. Have a look inside season 2. Okay. I hadn't taken a look at that yet, but this is their first poster. Obviously, you know who that is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It says evil has had many names. Of course it has. This is so yeah, let's go.
So my only hope is that the show, obviously if we see another trailer, but even with this trailer, this was the only trailer we get. I hope the show lives up to this trailer. Yes. I'm hoping I didn't just see every best part of the show.
Yeah, I feel you. So yeah. We'll see where that goes. Yeah, man. So I wanted to start the show off with that because
it's looking good. It's looking good.
It is. Which, you know, if I'm honest, that is something I saw today, and you guys know how I start every show with. Let's get it.
What the hell is that?
All right, y'all. Stuff I saw today. First of all, shouts out. Happy birthday, George Lucas. The man turned 80 today. Obviously, you know, a big part of my childhood and the things I've experienced and the things that I've loved for a lot of my life. George Lucas created that shit. So shouts out to George Lucas. I've always liked this picture of him on stage with Darth Vader. I think it was at MTV or something like that when he came out there. But I've always liked that.
It's hard to believe he's 80 years old.
Yes.
It's hard to believe.
It is. And it's also because you for a long time you think he was older, and then you're like, oh, he's only this age. Like, you know, when the Phantom Menace shit came out, you're like, oh, okay. But now that, you know, we've all been around for a minute, and so has Mr. Lucas. Oh yeah,
yeah, definitely.
He's been around. So I definitely wanted to shout him out because, like I said, that dude, he created something that has affected probably at least half the lives on this planet. You know what I'm saying? In one way, shape, or form.
Generations, yeah.
Yes.
Generations for sure.
Yeah. So I had to shout him out. And shouts out to George Lucas, man. Hope you enjoy your birthday. If by some crazy way you're watching this right now, it'd be insane.
We should have sent him the link.
Yeah, see, yeah. Can you imagine, bro?
Yeah. Suddenly, hey, we got a show going on. You want to join?
Yeah. And then I get that notification. Yo, he wants what? That would be
that'd be great.
I wonder if we both. That was a miss. I'm just say he's at. Yo. But can you imagine? Do you actually think that we'd be able to carry on and surprise? Not even if we knew a week ahead that he would come on. This surprise, here's George Lucas for 5 minutes. Do you think we'd be able to carry on a perfectly, Mr. Luke?
I would do my best for 5 minutes. I would do my best.
Do our best to be like, yo, let's not lose it on the.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be insane though. If I ever get to talk to that dude, I have to thank him firsthand.
I'll have my people reach out to his people.
Yeah. Oh man, let's get to this weekend box office, man. I did want to talk. Make sure I remember to talk about the box office. Let's see where we at. Where's it at? domestic, daily, weekend, daily box office 2024. No, weekend. Come on, bro. 2024. So I guess we're looking at, well, what's the date? May 14th. Yep, this is it. So May 10th through 12th. Obviously, did you get to see Kingdom of Planet of the Apes yet? Oh, you're muted, I think. Am I muted?
There we go. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, but I did see your kind of brief overview of it from last week. So, I mean, it's definitely on my list.
Yeah, it's. And again, I won't go into spoilers yet. I think we're going to have a World's Finest is going to do a little talk about it. And man, might be this weekend, man. Well,
I'm hearing good things, but I'm also hearing people say, stuff about, is it franchise fatigue? I'm like, franchise fatigue? It's been what, 4 movies in 10 years? How's that franchise fatigue?
That is,
the MCU has put in that same time period of 10 years. The MCU put out 19 movies.
19, yeah, exactly. There's come on.
There's no fatigue with this series. I mean, come on.
And I literally haven't heard anybody who has seen it and who there's no bad thing. It is good. Again, I'll say again, it's absolutely incredible. And I figured it would come at the top right here at the box office this weekend just because it's the newest thing. And it's also, I think, a lot of people watched this trilogy during COVID when people were at, you know what I'm saying? It was one of those sort of things.
Yeah,
another apes hit make us go ape shit. I'm putting that shit on a DMX beat. All right, Joey, we go that. All right, anyway, but no, I pretty much figured it'd come in pretty close to the top just because new movie.
Yep.
And it is sort of a franchise that a lot of people had like. Kind of, it's funny. I work with a lot of people who I work with a lot of people who watch movies and stuff, but like. None of them have a channel where they talk about movies constantly, like sort of like I do, and they're all it's good movies, man. Just plain and simple good movies, and the character Caesar was obviously somebody you could cheer for, and we all saw what happened to him. So, the kid, like I said, they do him justice as far as his character. I think one of the best things they did with that was sort of misusing the word of Caesar as it has progressed over a couple hundred years. So that was dope too. Like that's why that time gap. And I know I said this, the time gap was perfect because it gave time for sort of Caesar's, like, not his gospel, because they never called it that, but his word to sort of transcend and be misinterpreted by different, tribes of apes that are still out there or whatever. So no, the movie's good. It's good. Fall Guy.
I feel bad for Fall Guy. I feel bad for this film.
Yeah.
It's not getting
everybody said it was amazing, but it just happened to come out a week before something like Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So obviously you're going to see this drop here. Challengers, heard nothing but good. I really want to see Challengers. Tarot, I hadn't seen that. Have you seen Tarot yet?
I haven't seen it, and again, it's definitely one of those films where people feel it's a horror film. So people feel a couple things. One, you'll like it or you hate it. And the ones that hated it are saying, well, it just feels like another Final Destination type film.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, and I think we got 5 or 6 Final Destination films. So, I mean, I'll still see it just because I like the genre. And based on the trailers, to me, based on the trailers, it's not something we've seen done in the genre.
I hadn't seen it.
I'm definitely gonna check that one out though.
Nice. Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire, sort of been out for a minute.
Yeah, I'm surprised that one's even still in some theaters.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's people still watching it. It's it's as insane as it sounds for me to say this. It's just like I wasn't aware of how popular, like, kids really love that shit.
Yeah,
like they really, really like it. So that's probably why it's still sitting, because I know I talked to a lot of people who sort of didn't take their kids over the weekend just because of the crowds, but they took them afterwards. So Kung Fu Panda 4, Civil War is still up, and I still need to see Civil War. Not surprising with the Phantom Menace. Matter of fact, I saw something, and I'll probably run across it later on. I got it in my shit to talk about. But and then you have Abigail right here. Me and my wife started Abigail the other night, and then we had to stop it for whatever reason. But that shit was good. I think she had just turned. You know what I'm saying? Had just turned in there, and it's good. We'll finish that. Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire, sort of right outside of the top 10. that just hit digital this week as well. So I'm pretty sure because this comes from this past weekend, so this is probably just going to go ahead and fall up out of there. But there's a lot of things over there. A lot
of those movies hit digital. The Ministry of Ungently Men is already on digital.
Mm-hmm. Warfare,
the King Kong one, which Godzilla King Kong, which that's why I was surprised that was still out, because that's at Abigail and Ghostbusters have already hit digital, which seems like a pretty quick turnaround for digital. So
yeah, it does. So yeah, I always wanted to remember to talk about the box office, man, because I would plan on it every week and then tune in with it on the screen at the moment. Yo, what up, William? What's good, bro?
What's up, William?
What is up? So look, I want to bring this up just because I remember, and I posted this earlier when I saw this picture. It's like I remember I was at work and I had stepped outside for some reason, and I opened my phone up, and this was before like the only place that Zach would post anything regarding BVS before the movie came out was on Twitter. So if you didn't have a Twitter account, you kind of missed it unless you like. Of course, it would get posted on other places afterwards, but this is where you saw it first. And I remember it, and I remember seeing this picture, and I remember losing my shit. I was at work, and I was like, "This suit looks incredible. I don't need the color. Look at it. Just look at it." And I saw how big the bat symbol was and all of that, and it's anybody who sort of was fans of Zach and sort of like was looking forward to this movie. And like Man of Steel, when this picture came out, it's just look how impressive that shit is, man.
I hear you. It's hard to believe it's been 10 years.
10
since
years.
That picture's been dropped. That's just crazy.
I mean,
I think this will be one of those iconic first images, like first reveals for a character, and especially for Batman. I think it will be one of those.
Yeah, it was.
And that has nothing to do with whether it's Zack Snyder or not. The image by itself. If you
look at it,
if someone showed this to you and they did not tell you at all, Zach was involved with this, I can't. I mean, I can't imagine someone would say, "Oh, that just looks like trash."
No,
I think someone could still appreciate the photography that goes into this image.
Yeah, they can. And look, man. It's just a cool ass shot.
Exactly. That's all. It's as simple as that. There's nothing more that needs to be read into it.
No, it's just and it's cool that he shot it with his camera. I do like that part, but it's so when I saw that today, of course, I had to say, I'll never forget the first time I saw that. Like I was literally like, oh wow, that looks really well. And I was outside, how his phone, so I had to immediately go back inside so I get like, get some shade over my phone screen so I could sort of really take it in. Incredible, man. Incredible.
Yeah, that and when they dropped the first look at Comic-Con, the Batman versus Superman symbol, those two things are probably stand out the most for me.
Yeah, that Comic-Con reveal, I don't even see how anybody can. That shit's just too much. Yeah, it's too dope. And I play it on here, from time to time because it's fire. He has Harry Lennox come out. Yep. He reads the shit off, and then obviously if you're familiar with the Dark Knight Returns, you sort of you know that dialogue to a certain extent, and you're like, what? So that holy shit. So also what we got today.
Yep.
The Boys season 5. Before we've seen even fucking 7 seconds of season 4. They decided to go ahead and grace us. You hear that?
Yeah, I can hear it.
So we all know, no matter what happens at the end of the season.
Yeah, we're getting to season 5. Yeah, I mean, season 4 doesn't even start until next month.
Next month. Yeah. They went ahead and told us, we get y'all are good, man. Y'all are good. Well,
I'm just hoping we see Soldier Boy at some point. I want to see Soldier Boy.
Yes, yeah. Look, man, just that little, it's cool to see the like that, like this series. Like they know, look, the show is popular. They know fans like it, and they have a good story to tell. Let's go ahead and approve season 5. Let's go ahead and say we're gonna continue. So when we see the season finale, no matter how fucking sane or ridiculous it is,
and that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking season 4. I mean, they're already giving us a season 5, so season 4 something big is gonna happen. It's just gonna be maybe one or two, 2, 3 people might die. I mean, you never know.
You know, we never want to hear that.
If Butcher dies,
come on, man, don't say it, man.
Listen. If Butcher dies, we riot. That's just it. That's just it. You can't kill Butcher off.
Yeah, hey, man, and see with them again, you know they're gonna end the season off with a bang, man. It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be ridiculous. I'm
willing to sacrifice Frenchie, Huey. I'm willing to sacrifice them, but Butcher's got to stay.
Yeah. Butcher's got to stay, man. And Mother's Milk too, man. I like Mother's Milk a lot, dude. He, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think but those two characters are the ones that sort of, you know, Frenchie is fired too, but he's got what's her name?
Frenchie's expendable to me.
Yeah. Matter of fact, it's funny. I think he is for everybody. Probably, I'm surprised he's still kicking.
He's still alive. Yeah.
I am surprised with Frenchie still there, but I do enjoy Frenchie a lot, and I do think that scene, that sort of musical scene they put in there was such an incredible fucking thing. You know what I mean? Just to put like right into a season like that was dope. And then speaking of the boys, this is their 1 month until season 4 salute. Gotta love these dudes.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the role that we get to see from Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
And see, again, you was talking about it.
Yeah.
Is Jeffrey Dean Morgan a one season cat? Is he a one season? Man, come on, man. Don't make me love Jeffrey Dean Morgan, which I already do, but don't make me love his character in this show. And then right at the end, fucking, what's her name, pops his head or some shit.
Yeah, don't want to see that. He's got to be around for at least season 5. He's got.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Or officially back. I just saw that. That's dope right there. That's pretty dope. I like that. All right, let's move. Damn, the boys, man. I'm kind of scared, man. I ain't gonna lie. I can't even. Regal asked, "Do you go to the movies?" I put on opening day because that's when I go. I think. When do you go? Is it preferred to go on opening day if you can?
I prefer to go on opening day. So I'm an opening day first showing of the day. So I like to go early in the morning, like the very first one. Mm-hmm. So I'm probably the only person that does this. So
yeah.
if my brother my brother likes these types of movies as well. Mm-hmm. Or like type of stuff we've been talking about. Yeah. And I'll be like, how many tickets do you need? And he'll be like, well, 1. I'm like, okay. Because I usually buy the tickets, because I have one of those like accounts that where you get points back and all that stuff. So
yeah.
He's like, I want 1. Okay, well, I'm getting 3. So I'm just want to make sure. And you're probably wondering, well, why are you getting 3, right? Mm. I have my seat, and sometimes I need some space.
I got you, man. I got you.
I don't like feeling like crowded, right?
Hey, I've done it before, yeah.
So there are times that that I'll do that, but yeah, I'm an opening day first showing of the morning because the longer the day goes on, the crowds just get bigger, and I don't want to be sitting down the front row, like this.
And I think, and in recent years, especially the past like 3 or 4, the Thursday showings have gotten earlier. And here where I'm at, I was lucky enough. I think the earliest one I had seen at the time was when No Way Home came out. I was able to see it at 3 p.m. on Thursday.
Oh wow,
and that was insane. No, it was 2 p.m. It was 2 o'clock. It was 2. Me and my wife went and seen it at 2 o'clock, and I was surprised about the showing time. But then when we left out of it, the theater was packed. It was loaded at that time. And when we left out of there, the next showing probably 6 or so. The whole entire place was crowded. It was full. Yeah. So whenever I try to catch a Thursday thing, it's always the earliest one they have. And lately it's been like when I saw Kingdom last week, it was 3 o'clock was the earliest showing. I like to catch them like that. Just first of all, avoid spoilers if I can.
Yep.
And so that and I want to see the movie so badly that like the earliest showing, let me get that. And it also helps because I do jump on here and talk about it. And I do, get on other streams where I sort of converse about these movies, and it helps to have seen it already. But yeah, whenever a movie is like Furiosa, I'm seeing it next Thursday, and it's at 3. It's at 3 o'clock. Okay. It's at 3. Yeah. So that's the earliest one they had for next Thursday. So
well, and what also makes it helpful is, now I think majority, if not all theaters now, it's you reserve your seat, right? So it's not like you got to stand in line anymore and try to rush to get the seat you want. They've that's pretty much gone away with. Obviously you and I are pretty much from the same generation. We grew up, it's like, hey, if you want to see a movie, you got to be there at 3 hours beforehand to get in line, and then if you wanted a decent seat. So
yeah, and it's sort of like when I So like when I started getting like, you know, a group of friends together here where we used to go see all the Marvel movies or Star Wars or whatever, when that Star Wars came back out and thing, it was like you had to like get in line and you get there. And if you, sometimes we peek out, I'm always an early cat. So I would be there, but you look out and you'd say, oh shit, that line's around the building and it's freezing outside. You know what I'm saying? And so when movie theaters went to that, I mean, IMAX has always had the assigned seating, but when regular movie theaters went to that, I was like, what took y'all so long? Because that is, I'm telling you, man, getting to the movie, like you said, we old school. I can't, the first time I got to a movie theater 20 minutes before a movie started, I was kind of nervous. Like, damn, is my seat still going to be there? I know it's a sign because I'm so used to sort of, you know what I'm saying? Like getting there and standing in line and waiting or whatever. And no, it's dope. So yeah, I saw this and I was like, yeah, I go on opening day as much as fucking possible. If I can go on opening day, I will. Venom Hernandez, what's good, homie? Appreciate you stopping through the Daily Show, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's the best thing. The best thing they could have did was go to and then I saw this yesterday. Edgar Wright is officially in talks to direct the Barbarella remake starring Sydney Sweeney. Let's go. I mean, look. I mean, just look. What else could you ask for? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, and she's becoming the one that, you know, everyone's trying to cast and try to get into their stuff. So I mean, she's a hot ticket right now as far as, you know, film go. Well,
number one, she can act, and number two, like when she was talking about like getting in shape again for that one boxing movie that she's supposed to be in.
Yep.
I was like, bruh, that when you hear that type of, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna put in this work. So I'm excited for her, man. She's a great actress, man, and you know this role. This will be the role that probably like, oh, this is for her. I think she'll do a great job, but something tells me she's going to embrace this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, she probably heard they're going to remake Barbarella. Shit, I want to do that.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Ruthie, she's a gorgeous woman. We'll go ahead.
And I mean, she also did Immaculate recently too. So
yeah. So her range is incredible.
Her range is out there for sure.
Yeah, it is. And it's good to see that, man. And Edgar Wright, obviously, you know what I'm saying, he puts out some stuff. So I saw that and I was like, well, of course. Not surprising, but I'm like, oh shit. I didn't like that. Wasn't something I was thinking. Maybe she could do a Barbarella remake, but since it's happening, there you go. Yeah, this was cool. I saw this yesterday. The Max prequel series Doom Prophecy has cast. It's the one about the Bene Gesserit. They have cast Indian actor I think is their name. Is it pronounced Taboo in a recurring role? This is originally commissioned in 2019 on the title Dune Sisterhood. I remember when they were calling it that back, right after Dune came out, when the series was called Sisterhood. It's based on novel Sister Dune. It's good to see, man. She's an incredibly popular Indian actress. Like
she is.
She's probably the what's the biggest American actor? Meryl Streep. Is she that equivalent when it comes to sort of somewhere along those lines? She's up there though. She's up there. That's good to see, man. It's good to see. So she's gonna get. I know my wife loves her some Sydney Sweeney. So this was cool to see. I saw this yesterday. And I was like, okay. I'm actually excited for this because I hadn't seen anything from it yet, and I'm like, okay, with the popularity of the first, you know, the two Doom movies on the Villeneuve, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be dope. And it's cool
and this is where, you know, like, you know, these actors and actresses, like the last two we just talked about, you know, they're getting their recognition for the, you know, for the talent that they've been bringing for a minute, and finally getting that recognition, right, which is good to see. So,
so hey, apologies, y'all. I still hadn't watched the first one yet, but this is insane, bruh.
We're getting a sequel.
Today. We're getting another one. So I have I'm off the next couple of days. I think I might try to. I started the movie, but I never finished it. But so like, I need to finish this. But this is dope, man. So like, this is literally, we listened to the viewers and they just said, "Well, fuck it, let's just." And Gyllenhaal was probably like, "Yes, let's make another one. Let's go ahead and do that," because he enjoyed making the first one a lot. So yeah, so I said here for it. Yo,
and I'll be honest, I was surprised to see that they announced a sequel, a sequel so soon.
So yeah,
that's
hey man, I think it's And this one might possibly, maybe it might get a little theatrical run because I know the first one didn't, and that's what a lot of people wanted from it. Yep. So we'll see. The Phantom Menace is now the most watched Star Wars film ever on Disney Plus. I am not surprised by any stretch of the imagination, considering the numbers. I mean, it made a pretty good bit of money when it was in the theaters for that one weekend, and then obviously people who couldn't make it to the theaters, they watched it at home, and I'm not surprised.
And it was anniversary year. It was its anniversary year, so that was another thing that probably helped.
And also, I think we might have talked about this. The Phantom Menace is reaching this sort of renaissance because of, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as there's a lot of stuff you could make fun of the movie from back in the day, and there's a lot of things, but at the end of the day, when you come back to it, you're like, it's still a fucking damn good Star Wars movie. And you know, a lot of the stuff has survived sort of the test of time. And it has some fire shit in it. Dope. Right here, you see Darth Maul. It's like the dope ass lightsaber battle and stuff. The score.
So for me, so Phil and I were talking about this last week. So around the anniversary, it was around 4th as well. So Duel of Fates is just one of the best. I mean, what can you say about it? I mean, you look across all the films for Star Wars. This has to be the best score and probably lightsaber battle fight across all the films. I mean, there are some other good ones, but I mean, I don't think it really can top this, especially when Maul pulls the hood down. Kind of gives a little bit reveal, and then he's just like, all right, let's do this, and pulls out the dual saber. So
it's dope. And like again, Duel of the Fates probably without Duel of the Fates, it's a good lightsaber, but with it is great.
Yes.
And of course, for me personally, my favorite one is Obi-Wan versus Anakin at the end of episode 3.
Yep.
That one will always, I don't know what it is about it. It's just the relationship between the two characters. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot there. And it's probably sort of before we get to the newer stuff, it's the fastest. I don't know. This is second. This is the second place for me as far as lightsaber battles go. Yeah, but Duel of the Fates is man, come on, bro. And Duel of the Fates is the only John Williams song to ever rank on TRL. Remember Total Request Live? That shit will hit like number 2 as far as like the video went when TRL was going on MTV when this movie came out. That shit hit like number 2. I was like, yo, a John Williams track did that. So that's dope. It's dope. But this is not surprising by any stretch to see it being the most watched for sure. Nicolas Cage, dude, this is cool, man.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage putting in that work. I mean, this guy doesn't. I mean, what movie is this not going to be in? I mean, it's crazy.
See, you can't listen to William.
All right, hold on, everybody, hold on. Let me unbutton this shit real quick. Wait. Oh, that's right. This is a PG show, William.
Yeah. Relax, William. Relax, man. No, but this, I saw this earlier and I was like, okay, let's go. I know Nicolas Cage was pretty excited about doing the character when it came to the Spider-Verse movies or whatever. This is come on, man. I'm
all for this. I mean, I like Nicolas Cage. I think he's a great actor. I mean, some people don't necessarily care for him. I like him. The one thing when I saw this drop and read, what's the premise, so to speak, like what's this going to be about, I'm all for the not to get off target here of this topic, but now people are already going like, well, look at this, another studio's using this IP, and kind of know where I'm going with this with DC, and I'm like, guys, come on, let's keep these lanes separate. Let's just be happy that we're getting something like this, and whatever DC does, let DC do or not do. Let's just be happy that maybe a lot of people have been asking for this or happy to see this, so let's just be happy that we're getting it. Right, I'm excited for this. I'll be like,
I'm very excited for this. I am, and also, I mean, I think the description. This ain't the one that had the description on. It just said something like an older sort of detective.
It'll be it's around the 1930s. What I read.
Yeah, 1930s, which is dope. I'm looking forward to it. But for real. This is relax, y'all. Relax.
Exactly.
Relax. I think when it comes to these sort of, especially an IP like this one, it is Spider-Man, but it's also like it's I would say as far as Amazon being able to have it, I don't know what they got going on behind the scenes as far as those handshakes are concerned. You know what I'm saying? That's on them. But yeah, yes, relax. Just because you see something like this, it's not that easy. And also, I think, you know, we've been as much as we talked about that and sort of harped on it. I think Warner Bros. Is a little greedy, too greedy to hand out because they don't want. You know what I'm saying? It's just when it comes to that conversation, I just think they're way too greedy to let somebody get away with that shit, man. To like, and I ain't gonna say get away with it because there might be another studio who could take a DC property and do something great, but they're not. They're just so greedy. They're not gonna let nobody do it. It does prove that fans aren't so stupid they can't follow the multiple version. Yeah, you're right, William. Yes, it does prove that fans are. Yes, I feel you on that one. I feel that.
Yeah, after the whole Superman Lois cancellation. Yeah, I think.
Yeah. See,
it's crazy, man. It's crazy times.
It is. But again, this was cool to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I think, man, this is actually like I am like looking forward to seeing Nicolas Cage like do this, right? You know what I'm saying? See set photos and things of that nature. I'm really looking forward to that because I'm pretty excited because I do like his take on the character, even though it's just basically been voice wise when you get to start the Spider-Verse stuff. But there's that. All right, y'all. Let's take a look at this trailer. Okay, so Megalopolis, Francis Ford Coppola's big time movie that he's putting out. Apparently financed it as his own self, man. Bruh. William, I happen to although I hadn't been on the Vodka stream in a minute because you know I for the longest stretch of time I've been having to go to work super early on Saturday morning, so I hadn't been able to go. I have been able to watch a little bit when I've been at work, and I've heard William talk about this quite a lot. And I gotta agree. He is that one point of the whole Warner Brothers thing that's crazy is that dude doesn't care about none of the IPs. He will sell that shit like for real.
And what's crazy is everyone thought he was going to be the savior.
Yes, and he doesn't. All he cares about is stacking money.
He's stripping it and selling it for parts.
If he can, yes, indeed, he is. So let's take a look at this, man. First of all, one of the things that gets me is if you've ever seen the there's a special called and I'm sure you've probably seen it called Empire of Dreams. It's like behind the scenes of the first 3 Star Wars movies. Great special. I watch it at least 4 times a year, and that's probably lying. I probably watch it 12. It's just such a good behind the scenes, like look at the original trilogy. Yeah. And I remember, you know, at the beginning when they started talking about like when they first graduated school, Lucas and Coppola, they started a fucking film company called American Zoetrope. So, and it like they talk about how it folded after certain things that took place, but it's cool to see them still using it here. So let me pause this real quick. Let's take a look at this trailer for Megalopolis. I watched some of it at work, but I didn't really like sort of get into it. But let's make sure. Let me know if you can hear this, man.
All right. Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay.
When does an empire die? Does it collapse in one terrible moment? No. But there comes a time when its people no longer believe in it.
Don't let the now destroy the forever.
Bro, what is going on?
Ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages, welcome.
Is this society, is this way we're living, the only one that's available to us?
We are taking our city back.
And when we ask these questions, when there's a dialogue about them, that basically is a utopia.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
I'm all in.
Oh, a Fable. I mean, obviously, right there, you see a list of absolutely fucking.
Oh wow, there's some names there I wasn't expecting to see.
Yeah. She said.
Tyler Shire, Dustin Hoffman, John Voight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cast.
Shia LaBeouf is in there. You see him. I saw him right at the end of it, but I'm intrigued just because I'm like, bro, like what is really happening here? There was a lot of imagery there that was very, very well done. The stone statues sort of having some kind of emotion to react to whatever. I don't know what that means, but yeah, obviously, you know, they were talking about where Francis Ford Coppola sort of he financed this movie with his own money, straight out of his own pockets, like $120 million, bro.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It is.
And I'm sure he'll see a nice profit off of it too.
Oh yes, because it should. I mean, that looks fire.
Think
one of the reasons you hadn't seen much is because I think he was trying to find distribution for it, sort of that worked with, you know what I'm saying? Because since he financed it himself, I'm sure he doesn't want to give half of that away just to get it distributed. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going on with that, but that was very, very interesting, and I am down for that shit for sure.
Yeah. I mean, these are the type of films I enjoy seeing.
Yeah. And also because I hope whatever comes out afterwards, we don't get too much of what the plot is. Dustin Hoffman, right?
Yeah, I was
gonna
say,
in a minute. I ain't seen Dustin Hoffman in a movie in a long time. For real, I hadn't. It's been a minute. Let's see. Real quick, I was talking about Planet of the Apes earlier. Just give you the I saw this over the weekend, and sort of I was going to talk about it yesterday, but Planet of the Apes, the modern movies, their Rotten Tomato scores 82, 91, 94, and of course Kingdom coming in at 81%. Wow. This fresh opening weekend. It's and you've seen the other. It's a lot to live up to, man. It surely is, because of course Dawn. Let me tell you, and my wife, like, I think she had seen the first one or two. I don't think she had seen War yet, but she watched all three. She was off work yesterday and watched all three of them. She hadn't seen the new one yet, and yeah, it's an emotional fucking ride, bro.
It is. And
so, but Dawn is. She watched the last one yesterday. She did, and it's a lot to live up to. But man, I am telling you, it is really fucking good. And I think once a little bit of time has passed and a lot of people have gotten a chance to see it, then you'll sort of, you know what I'm saying? Then it'll fall in line, and you'll be like, okay, this. And I'm sure when you see it, you'll probably like it. But with in the general audience looking at it, if you just watch War a couple days before you wouldn't watch this one, there's no fucking way you're going to put this one over War, because it's just, you know what I mean?
And probably a lot of people probably did that. They probably thought, I'll just go watch the last one that came out, and that'll bring me right into this one, right?
Yeah, well, it does. I'm saying, as far as what you score the movie after watching it. Correct.
I think to have a full picture, if some people would have gone back, especially if they hadn't seen Rise or Dawn for quite some time. Again, we're talking 10 years here.
Yeah.
I think they might have had a better appreciation for Kingdom.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, I've seen the first three. I think the reboot of this franchise has I think exceeded expectations.
Yeah, it has. It has. And also, this is, I think, did I put that on there? Let me see. What they were talking. Yeah, they so there's 30 to 40 minutes of deleted scenes from this one Wes Ball was talking about, but they ultimately were talking about 9 movies total. So we're 4 in. There's 5 more, and so but I do believe. Because I was like most fans of the original trilogy. When this one came out, I was very excited to see it. But also, the trilogy is perfect. We kind of, you know what I'm saying? We don't need it, but let's see. And it was good. To me, it was good enough to where, like, okay, I can understand if they do this movie 2 more sort of in this story, and then do what they did between War and Kingdom, which, like I said, it's they define it. Wes Ball said before I saw the movie, he said it was a couple hundred years, but then in the movie, and not to spoil anything, it says a few generations later. Yeah. So it's sort of it's basically a couple hundred years if you want to look at it like that. So
my concern would be is I mean, the first three of the reboot were great. This one, again, sounds like it's up there. My concern is if they want to, I mean, we have 4 or 5 more movies. My concern is that 5 more movies. I mean, at what point do you say, do we think we're losing quality from, like, especially from a storyline perspective? Because you don't want to diminish the success you've garnered from the first 4 films, and then start saying, oh, let's just start churning them out. And now you're like, and then the fans, like the hardcore fans such as yourself, are like, wait a minute, this isn't what you first brought to me, and now I'm starting to be disinterested in seeing the newer one, these next sequels, right?
That was what that because I didn't find out they were trying to do 9 movies until after I saw Kingdom. Once I saw that, though, I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'm not spoiling this shit by any stretch because I'm not because the ending of this movie, you're going to see it. You're gonna be like, oh, and then now when you see it, you're gonna already know how many movies they have planned. Okay. I didn't.
Yeah,
they set it up, man. It's a nice.
Well, again, I'm for it.
Yeah. It's
the quality has to remain.
I think it will. I think and look, these two, the new characters, Noah. That's not really spoiling anything.
That's not spoiling.
I can't remember the name, but these 2 characters, man. Matter of fact, whenever you do finally get to see it, we'll talk about it. The way this movie ends, they have a conversation, and you're like, whoa. So it's gonna be dope. And like I said, I don't want to spoil it because it's kind of something I would like everybody to experience. Sort of the way the movie ends. So yeah, when they said more movies, I was like, I can see it. I can see it. And I don't know how long it's going to take for us to get another one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I do know, the first, when Rise came out, and it was probably about 4 or 5 years before we got to see Dawn, and then War was a little bit shorter period in between it. Once Matt Reeves had sort of decided the direction he wanted to go with those 2 movies. But
so the time frame from the first, within the first 2 was I think 3 or 4 years, but the biggest gap was from War to Kingdom, which was like 7 years, 6, 7 years.
Are you talking about? No, you talking about
like movie release wise.
Yeah.
So because we got War in 2017.
Okay, yeah. So you're looking at that's
so
7 years.
So hopefully they don't wait another 7 years before kind of continuing, right? Yeah. So I mean, if they want to keep the momentum, they'll go back to like what they did with Rise and Dawn, is have like the normal 2-3 year gap of movie release. So
I'm thinking that's what they're gonna go with. I'm thinking because it's you can't, once this has come out, you sort of have to keep yourself on. I think every 3 years they should be looking at it. Yeah. So there's that, and then I saw this also. Mahershala Ali and Tom Hardy was starring 77 Blackout, where Cary Fukunaga set to direct. The crime thriller follows a night when the city that never sleeps, New York, lost power and plunged into chaos and lawlessness. This is cool. I had no idea anything about this. I just saw this yesterday, and I was like, oh, that's
I saw that. Yeah, I didn't know it. Saw the same thing. I mean, Ali's got time on his hands. Not like he's doing Blade anytime soon.
It really, for real. That's fucking. As a matter of fact, it's probably a travesty that he's doing this because he should be cutting vampires' heads off right now. Yeah. But
I'm a Tom Hardy fan, so I'm all for it. So
I am interested in this. So David Rose. So yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I just thought it was interesting, those 2, that pairing, and I was like, okay. And of course, he looks. That's probably closest you're gonna get to him looking like Blade right now. Yeah. What did was that oh damn, what's the movie? His character right here comes from shit, I can't remember. What is it? Was out there, y'all? What's the movie? This one, it's one of my favorite. Damn it, what is the name of it? Everybody wants a sequel to it. They want
Let's see if I can.
Yeah, find it. I can't believe it's on the tip of my tongue and I can't remember right now. Somebody's gonna put it in there right after we find it.
Probably.
Damn it. It's a movie about the android woman or girl that gets put back together in the future, and she sort of, everybody wants
Alita,
a sequel to
Battle Angel.
Yes, Battle Angel. That's where this comes from. Yes, okay. He played one of the villains in Alita Battle Angel. Yes, there it is. Yeah.
Nerd 1, chat 0. That's right.
That's what it was. Battle Angel. Yeah. Let's see. This was cool. You're Tomb Raider. You play Tomb Raider fan. Yep, I did like the Tomb Raider movie that came out a few years ago, though. It was pretty damn cool, man. Yep. It wasn't too big budget. It was right in the vein with the sort of Tomb Raider re-release that kind of came out around 14 or 15 or whatever. But according to IGN, this is for a series now.
Yeah, TV series.
Melissa Benoist is one of the actresses who could play Lara Croft in the series Tomb Raider. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, great actress, very funny. She's a big Tomb Raider fan, so she's been wanting to make a series for a minute. She'll be the writer and executive producer for Prime Video, so that's dope. Thought that was pretty cool. I'm I thought they were going to make a sequel to that Tomb Raider that came out. So this shit dropped yesterday and got everybody. And even me myself was like, there's no way there's a sequel to Inception. There's no fucking way, right? Obviously, you see something like that, and that's what you think. I like the picture, though. I thought it was a good image, but we came to find out today that it's just they're going to do a Christopher Nolan issue, which I'd like to get my hands on it because, you know, I'm pretty sure it's going to talk about it. Says he's twisted time, reinvented Batman, and conquered the box office multiple times over, introducing Christopher Nolan in Empire Celebration. I think he's the first director to get something like this, right?
Yeah. So yeah, when I saw that first image,
part about this one?
Yeah, the first, As I saw it, a little bit of part of me died inside. So I thought, please don't do a sequel, because Inception is in my, and I know a lot of people don't like it, like the film. Inception? Is, yeah, I know,
don't like Inception.
I know quite a few people who do not. They just think it's just the dumbest concept.
Dude,
so I don't associate with those people anymore.
I was about to say, because Inception is dope.
Because they just don't get it. But Inception's in my top 25 all-time films for me.
Inception's fire.
Love this film. So yeah, when I
Meg
saw
in the
this,
house, what up, Meg? What's good?
When I saw this, when I saw this, I was like, please don't do it. And then I saw the second image you showed. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're getting us a cover, Christopher Nolan. Obviously you can see a lot of his stuff right here. Pull this up and see if we can get a better look. A bunch of his characters from his iconic films, of course. You got Memento right there. Yeah. It's dope. So this was cool. This is cool. It's cool to see him getting some love, but also, you know, that kind of scared me again. The Inception 2, what we doing here? What? You know?
Yeah.
You made that? Which one? This cover or? Hey man, y'all chill, bro. What's going on the Monday? It ain't even Monday. See y'all tripping. But yeah. So shouts out Chris Nolan, got his own cover. It's dope. It's dope. Okay, again, seeing something like this, and you're like, wait, what are we doing here? Oh, you made Inception? My bad, bro. Did you write or what'd you do, man? You write it, produce, what? Direct? I don't think you directed because this dude did.
Christopher Nolan was just the front man.
It's his front.
She was the one pulling all the strings.
Pulling all the strings, yo. All right, so we get close, yo. We got one more, man. one more trailer, man. And yo, it's and I hadn't watched that one yet as well. Oh, you did all of.
She did everything.
Yeah. So real quick, for House of the Dragon season 2. Here's the release dates for the episodes. You know what I'm saying? June 16th, Father's Day, if y'all didn't know that. The 23rd, the 30th, the 7th of July, 14th, 21st. It all finalizes down on August 4th, the 4th of this year. So we'll be ready, man.
A lot of stuff coming. A lot of stuff coming this summer. So this summer is really
it is. It's gonna be a lot of stuff to talk about this summer, man. It's gonna be dope, man. Like you know. I had already thought about that, but now that you just remind me, there is a lot.
And the boys, Lord of the Rings series. I mean, that's just the first three that come to mind.
Yeah, it is.
But, so I have seen this. I will not spoil it for you. You will enjoy it.
I purposefully didn't watch this because I was Let me get it up. Let's see.
Okay.
Hold up. All right, let's get this. Let's see. All right, ready, man? Let's get this thing going. You hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it. Yep.
The Targaryen who sits the Iron Throne is not just a king or a queen. They are a protector of the realm.
Let's go.
Now I find myself in an impossible position.
All hail King Aegon!
The enemy usurped my throne.
We're going to King's Landing.
He always down for some.
What are we going to do about it?
We must play the board before us.
Proceed cautiously.
Fuck dignity. I want revenge.
For what, fool? Your brother will get murdered.
News spreads through the realm. The great houses will come to our side.
I did not think they would be so eager to die. My ships sail at your command.
Yeah.
The realm's only hope is in a leader strong enough to unite it.
Do you accept me as your queen and ruler?
Come on, man. You can't
This senseless war will end.
Shall none of us prevail?
Not like this.
Alicenta's love for our enemy. That makes her a fool.
The enemy without may be fought with swords. The enemy within is more insidious.
There is more than one way to fight a war.
War is coming, and neither of us may win.
fucking go big or go home, bro. And that's holy shit. That's
Yeah, I told you we're gonna be disappointed.
yeah, that's
for
wow.
for a first look at season 2, that's looking good. So I'm a Damien Matt Smith. So Matt Smith plays the character Damien.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the character. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Matt Smith, and I mentioned on a post earlier today. I mean, obviously, if you've seen season 1, which I know you have, I mean, I think he plays the role great.
Yeah.
And it's obviously, I mean, one of the other roles he's most famous for is playing the Doctor in Doctor Who, which is just a drastic difference in as far as range from playing a character like that to then playing something like this. So
yeah.
But as far as his role in the show, that's my character. I just how conniving it is. So this is I can't wait for this to start airing.
Yeah, no, this is I mean, look, the way the first season ended, you know, you watch that shit, and you know, obviously her son dies. It's dragging, literally tears them to pieces, right?
Yep.
And you're like, holy shit! And obviously, you get that last look at her as she sort of catches that news that this shit has went down. So like you already knew, and then 10 days. This season starts 10 days after the first one, right?
Yep.
It's
somewhere around there. Yeah, that's supposed to be. Yeah,
that's. I expected it to be. I don't know what amount of time I expected. I didn't expect 10 days. I didn't expect like an immediate. She's still fucking fuming after this, which I think she would have been fuming 7 years later. It doesn't matter, but right near, she's still going to be pissed off. But like 10 days, it's fresh on everybody's mind. Even the fucking kids that are eating bread off the street in King's Landing still remember this motherfucker killed a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still fresh on it. So 10 days.
I mean, it's still a talk over the porridge at the table. So
yes, exactly. So hold on. Let me. I just wanted to look at this real quick. This is an insane fucking shot right here. Come on, man.
Yeah,
that's dope. I can't wait. Obviously, I was excited to talk about this. I wore my shirt. I was like, yo, this is House of Dragon is that shit, man. So real quick, man, before we bounce, I did also wanted to ask you, you know, we do have ourselves a finale coming later on. This evening. I'm sure you'll see it before I do, because you know you guys and you and Andre be doing the show tonight. What you think? Anything you think going to happen? Or first of all, not to cut you off, my apologies, but real quick, last episode we saw it happen. It finally saw. In spoilers, I mean, if you ain't seen it yet, I'm sorry. The new one comes out in a few hours, but Logan finally got the adamantium ripped from his bones. This show, I don't think there's any more accolades we could pile on this show more than we already have. And then you know, maybe a few more after tonight's episode. It's the finale. Incredible, man. What'd you think about that final, just the final shot of last episode?
I mean, we saw that happen, and then it was immediate credits. So you do not see as far as what happens as far as the comics. If they go that route where Jean's trying to, help heal him, or Wolverine starts to now turn into like this beast-like figure, right? That'll be interesting to see if they go down that path. And does Wolverine leave the team? There's so many unanswered questions that this can go in this last episode. But I think a lot of fans were hoping we were going to see that happen, that Fatal Attractions kind of crossover story come to life here. And I know it didn't disappoint. I think the fans were initially shocked, but happy to finally see that play out, and animated or live, but we obviously got it animated. But I mean, what more can we say that we haven't already said about as far as the previous episode? So I have every expectation this final episode will bring it. I mean, it's the final episode. Whether or not we see some other characters die, possible, but I think the cliffhanger will be huge.
Yeah, I think so that's what I was going to ask. Do you think it's going to be massive, or do you think it's going to be sort of oh man, I
don't want to see a Sopranos type ending. Like,
no.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's just kind of like you're building up, and all of a sudden you're just like, wait a minute, what? That was very anticlimactic. But no, I mean, I would be shocked if they don't do something big.
Yeah, and because the other one I would say sort of the softer, because Game of Thrones has done it a couple times where they might have sort of an ending to a season where you see like the entire sort of a mass of the characters on a journey. Something Game of Thrones has done it. You see them on a ship at the end, whatever. So I'm not saying something exact, but like sort of like a soft hangover, or not hangover, but you know what I'm saying, like a soft
something like
sort of
that. We might see Wolverine walk away from the team.
Go
on his own journey, because at some point in the story, he gets his adamantium back from Apocalypse, then rejoins the X-Men later on down that story. So we could see that then play out in season 2. So we could see him walk away from the team. We could see Magneto come out on top and be like, "Yep, I'm taking over. Screw humankind. It's all about the mutants." And we could also then see, the last point I'll make is a different Professor X, a different Charles Xavier, because he saw what Magneto just did to Wolverine. So now is Charles fighting some sort of battle now, as far as a moral battle, right? So,
because of what sort of, because it's oh man, it's so funny that I just thought it's sort of the same thing when it comes to my wife was watching War of the Planet of the Apes yesterday, and it's like, remember what the last 3 episodes are titled? Tolerance is you know what I'm saying? Like
existence.
Yeah. So like, same thing, Caesar, War for the Planet of the Apes. I mean, this can't be spoilers. It's been out for a minute, but he allowed that one soldier to live at the beginning, and then that's the one who put the final blow, that arrow into him. Remember that shit? Like, so like he let that guy. And so like when you think about with the X-Men, Professor X has been a certain way, and what you say, maybe a different one after sort of living like that for a while, and all of us, and it didn't work, and none of it helped anything. He still lost Logan and whatever. So yeah, man, you're right. It might be he might be like kind of
and the moral dilemma could be, is my lifelong friend, Magneto, or my X-Men, right? So now I have to choose, and I just saw what Magneto just did to Wolverine. Am I willing to allow that to happen to any of the others, whether that's Scott, Jean, Rose? I mean, well, Rose really with Magneto right now, but still. I mean, so it'd be pretty interesting if they kind of put that somehow into the story, where we would see a different version of that character play out. So
and also I think if he does, I think and that's also part of it, because I can foresee a scene where sort of Charles is at a point where he can literally kill Magneto for what he's done. And I think Magneto would want him to do that, because you understand, once he takes that step, then he is Magneto. You know what I mean? So if he had to kill Magneto to stop him from doing whatever, Magneto would probably he said that, now Charles, you finally taken that step that you needed to take to sort of, which he alluded to that in the last episode anyway. He was saying some shit along those lines. So basically, more or less talking to Wolverine, because dude, that back and forth between them when Wolverine stabs him. And he says, finally, this back and forth is, and then from wherever he pulled that energy from, he just was just like, took the adamantium off him. So yeah, man, I I am fucking ready. To say the least, for what's going to happen at the end of this season of X-Men. So, and hopefully, you know, I mean, they hadn't really said anything, and I think they know when the second season is going to start. They're just holding it until, I think they know. I think they're pretty good because I think it's done or close to the second season's like already finished, I believe. And as far as the writing, I know because the Bo, what's his name? He said that he's like his shit's done pretty much.
Correct.
Before he left the show for whatever reason, but so like I don't know. Maybe after the finale, maybe we get a clue. We'll see y'all in December or fucking January. You know what I'm saying? Something along those lines to where we don't have to wait a whole year to see what happens.
I hope it's not this time next year. If they want to keep this momentum going for a show that's, you know, been, I think it brought them a lot of success, especially an animated show. For Disney Plus. I mean, it would make sense. Maybe, hey, you drop it towards the end of the year, November, December timeframe, right? When you know, the audience is going to be looking for something to watch. Yeah.
Give everybody a break to sort of take in what you gave them in the finale, and then you know, the next time like, yo, we're gonna get
exactly.
So yeah, man. That's pretty much the show, y'all. Man, I can't. I'm really waiting on that episode. I'm also kind of scared. I don't know who's gonna. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of scary, man.
You're kind of trying to figure out like, oh, who's gonna die, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because of course they also said that too, that we're not done sort of murking people, man. Appreciate that, Rue. Appreciate it as always. Hey, man. I always appreciate you coming on here, man. It's again, apologies. I didn't do the show yesterday. You know, shit happens. So. But we did it today, and next time y'all will probably see me is they're dropping the official full NCAA college football game reveal comes out Thursday, so I'm kind of
that's the next focus.
It comes out early Thursday, and then obviously I'm sure I'll be talking about that on Thursday's show as well. But I'll be back on Thursday so to talk to you guys again. And again, man, I appreciate it. Want to tell everybody where they can find you?
Just find me on all the social medias, Nerd Cosa Nostra.
All right.
I'm on them all.
Relax, man. Relax.
Go Bears.
Oh man,
I heard they're leaving Chicago.
Yeah, yo, that would be insane for leaving Chicago. But anyway, you guys, appreciate y'all watching. Love you guys, and see y'all in a few days. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, and I'm about to go give me something to eat and sit here and wait for X-Men 97's finale to come, which is going to be late. I probably won't see it till the morning if I'm being quite honest, because I live on the East Coast, so there's that. But anyway, appreciate y'all. Y'all take it easy, and yeah, man.